Welcome back. We are going to be teaching you on Turo about this video, but if you need an entire course on how to put your car on Turo, exactly how to do it, exactly what to put in your description, and exactly how to make the most money, I have an entire course that I created just for you, and you can get it absolutely at a great price. Just go to C like car, R like rental, Fortunes, FORTUNES.com. Again, an entire course on Turo just for you.
Noel. Yeah, she can fix that. If you gotta get it done, all you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
Now, let's get into this video. So the first thing that you need to know before ever putting your car on Turo is what is Turo? What is the purpose of Turo? How do they make money? How do you make money? So let me break that down for you. First of all, Turo, spelled Turo.com, is a site that is very similar, has the same purpose that Airbnb.com does for properties. So you can put your personal car on Turo.com using the app. You can be someone that puts your car on Turo and people will rent your car from you and pay you a fee. Very similar to a rental car company. So in fact, if you have a car that you're not driving, or you only drive your car to work and on the weekends you want to rent it out to other people, you literally can do that and charge them a fee. Additionally, you can make an entire business out of this, and you can start with just one car and you can grow it and have multiple cars on Turo and make lots of money per car on Turo. So essentially, Turo is a place where hosts can put their car on Turo, on the website, and they will find people that want to rent the car for a nightly, daily rate. Additionally, if you want to rent a car and you don't want to go to Enterprise or Hertz or Avis or a traditional rental car company, guess what? You can go to this app, Turo.com, the Turo app, and you can rent people's cars. And in many cases, it's a lot cheaper than it would be than renting from a rental car company. And you get different types of cars. So instead of just getting a Chevy Malibu, or a Lincoln Town car, which most rental car companies have, you can get cool cars like this one. You can get a Tesla. You can get a Porsche. This is a 2020 Porsche Cayenne. Even make that many of these, and I put cars like this on Turo and I make tons of money. Not only people who just drive the car, for their own personal use. I have people that rent my cars for music videos. I have people that rent my cars for modeling shoots and for different things that they're doing in their business. If they want to rent a beautiful car because they have this great business meeting that they're going to and they want to drive a Tesla or a Porsche or a Cadillac Escalade or an Audi, we have all of these beautiful cars. And then we even have plain cars like Honda Accords and Altimas and Jeep Grand Cherokees that we put on this website and we make money with. So you can put different types of cars on Turo. That is what Turo is for. So that explains Turo. Now, let me get to the second point. Number 2, how does Turo work? Let me tell you and explain to you how Turo works. So the way that Turo works is if you are a host, again, someone that is putting their car on Turo, someone that is an entrepreneur using Turo, someone that is making money with Turo. This is how it works for you because that is what we are talking about. The first thing that you will do, of course, is you need a car. And you have to have a car that is a certain year and a certain mileage. They will not let you put cars on Turo that have more than 130,000 miles at the time of this recording. And it has to be newer than, I believe it is a 2013. I'm going to actually put Turo's current guidelines for what they want for their cars. So most cars do fit into this. Now, let's talk about making a business, how it works as doing this as a business. So once you get your first car on Turo, you just list the car. It helps you take the pictures. It tells you to put the mileage. It helps you along the way as you are putting that car up there. It's going to tell you, tell me how many miles it has, tell me what year it is, tell me what the color is, tell me the VIN number. And actually, when you put the VIN number in, it actually pulls in a lot of the data, and then you just take some professional pictures and even some videos. And if you take a picture of your license plate, it will block that license plate out. Turo is designed to help normal, regular people put their cars on Turo so that they can have millions of cars on Turo. And what they do is they will take a portion of the money that you get. So let's give you an example. I have this great 2021 Range Rover, Land Rover Range Rover, and it rents for $299 a day on Turo. So that's $300 per day approximately, plus gas fees. We'll talk about some of those things. Washing the car. If people don't pay, I get to charge more things. And the thing about it is, even if I have this car rented just 10 days a month, just think about that. I've made over $3,000, okay? And the car note on this car is very high. It is a 2021 Range Rover, so it's like a $1,500 a month car note, but it's still profitable. So that's how it works. And every time I get a booking, Turo takes a small portion. So if I'm charging $299 a day, Turo may take $5 or $10 per day from the booking, and they take that directly from the person. I don't see anything, and they actually charge a fee. And again, you can eat that fee or you can charge that to your customer or to the person that rents it, and it's your decision. So the great thing about Turo, how it works is you get to really be in control. They have a few rules, again, we put them here, but you get to be an entrepreneur and you can put multiple cars on Turo. So let me tell you some more things that you should know, because it is an excellent business, but I want you to be careful in this thing. So let's get to the next one. Number 3, insurance. When it comes to renting your car on Turo, insurance is very important. This is one of the things you definitely need to know before you get your car on Turo. Make sure that you understand and know this. So the great thing about Turo, and this is an amazing benefit, Turo actually has their own blanket policy that they cover the cars with. So if you have an accident or something like that, or if someone driving your car and they have an accident, they will actually file a claim with the insurance policy through Turo. Currently, it's Liberty Mutual. Again, it's a real insurance company. Again, it could be State Farm or Farmers by the time you're watching this, but it is with a real insurance company, and that is who they would file the claim with first, okay? And most people are encouraged to take the insurance with the Turo, okay? Just like with any rental car company. If you've been to Enterprise or Hertz or Avis, they ask you, hey, do you want this insurance? Well, the great thing with Turo is they automatically put that in for people, and they actually have to take it out when they're booking your car that they don't want the insurance through Turo. So 99% of your bookings, mine do, the person has accepted the insurance through Turo. Now, if they don't, okay, and this is a risk, you can actually say you don't want people that don't take the insurance. That's an option, okay? But if you do accept, which I do, then you would still, if they crash the car, they would be supplying you their insurance company information, which you have, and they have to have full coverage. That gets verified before they take your car. You would call their insurance company and you will file the claim with their insurance company before you ever actually filed it with your insurance company. Now, disclaimer, Noelle is not an insurance advisor. I am not an attorney. Please check with your own person before putting your car on Turo and your risk. I assume no liability or risk for you putting your car on Turo. But hand to the sky, I have 11 cars and we have had no major accidents. Yes, little fender bender, little nicks and stuff here. Not even a fender bender, not even where they damage the bumper, but just like scratches and things like that. We have gotten some wheel scratches and things like that, but we literally make more money when this happens. So let me get into the next thing, because this is important. Again, your car needs to be insured. Turo has insurance for you. The person driving the car has insurance. So there are actual insurances that would ever get called on and a claim filed on before they hit your insurance policy. So it's an amazing thing that they've set up, very similar to how properties work with Airbnb and things like that. So let's get to this next thing. It's exciting. Number 4, types of cars. One of the things that you need to know before putting your car on Turo is the types of cars that do well on Turo. And it is amazing. Okay, so depending on the type of car that you have, you can actually put all different types of cars. You can put small cars like Honda Civics and Nissan Sentras, and some of those cars actually do very well. In fact, we have some cheap little cars, like Nissan Sentras and Versas and things like that, and they actually stay rented. Now, they do not rent for a lot per day. I know I gave an example of a Porsche and Range Rovers and things like that. No, you are not gonna get $300 a day for your Nissan Versa, okay? That's a small little car. That's going to get you about $25 per day, but know that those cars stay rented most of the month if you do it properly. Now, your higher end cars, let's go to the mid-level. So any kind of car works, first of all. You can go from low level. So you got your small compacts and things like that. Now let's go the best cars. The best cars are like Jeep Grand Cherokees, Jeep Wranglers, SUVs. They really do well. Ford Expeditions and things like that. A lot of the SUVs and those mid-size and larger SUVs actually do really, really well on Turo. That is because those cars are not as abundant with rental car companies. And so if you have the supply of those cars, you really do well. Escalades and things like that are higher end SUVs that also do well. So now let's get into luxury, okay? Straight up luxury cars, that is going to be a non-starter. You should not start with a luxury car, okay? This is Noelle giving you the game. This is Noelle telling you a secret. I did not start with a Range Rover or a Porsche or a Lexus or anything like that, and I don't suggest that you do as well unless you already have some reserves. If you're like this professional person and you make $100,000 a year and you have a little bit of reserves, you could probably be okay. But if you are saying, I am strapping for money, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm gonna put these cars up here and I'm gonna make some money, start with a smaller or a mid-level car like a Jeep Grand Cherokee, a Jeep, a Wrangler, Explorer, something in that family, okay? Or a smaller car that's inexpensive that you can just go back and forth, or you can even have someone drive Uber in it, okay? That's another whole video I'll teach you with that. So if you have cars, you can actually give them to other people and they can go drive Uber or Uber Eats and you can make money on it. So that's a whole nother thing, but that is an option. So you want to get cars that you can do multiple things with and you could sell off if you needed to. Okay, now let's talk high-end cars, Porsches, Lexuses, Mercedes-Benzes, Range Rovers. Those are something you graduate to. So once I got some cars going and we started making some money, we did put those cars up there and they do very well. You charge a lot per day. They're used for multiple things like music videos and people show up to business events in them. People literally have rented our cars for weddings. We're actually getting a Rolls-Royce Cullinan and it's going to be used for weddings. People are paying $1,000 per day to rent Rolls Royces. So these are cars that you can start making a lot of money in, but I suggest that you progress to it. You don't start with that. Those are the types of cars. So let me get to the last juicy thing about Turo because this is amazing. I love you so much. You're gonna make a ton of money. I want you to do this business. Let me tell you number 5. Number 5. How much money you expect to make. Before you ever put your car on Turo, you need to know how much money you expect to make. So our smaller cars, they're making on average $800–900 a month in profit. Our Tesla makes a lot of money and then sometimes it doesn't make any money, but because sometimes I'm driving it and I actually need a car to drive and I want to drive it. You'll see the Range Rover does really well. Our core cars are the Jeeps. Our core cars are those mid-size cars. So these are the types of cars that you really want to do. They're going to make you between $500 and $1,500 a month per car. That is about what you can expect, $500 to $1,500 per month per car. Now I know that's a $1,000 a month gap, but you really shouldn't be making less than $500 per month in your car. I really have some really lazy people that don't rent their car all the time and they still make about $500 a month profit, you know what I mean? Just renting their car out 2 to 3 weekends per month, okay? And if you do that solidly, you price your car correctly, you should make this. Don't give away your car. I literally have an example I'm going to show you right quick of someone that did a Range Rover, 2020 Range Rover for $100 a day. That is ridiculous. That is 1/3 of the cost. You're not going to make profit. You're going to have to rent that luxury car out way too much. People are going to put way too many miles on it and you're going to be depreciating your car down. So charge what you're supposed to be charging. Look at what other people are charging and stay competitive. Do not give your car away. Do not just make it cheap so you can keep it booked. That is not the point. This is a business and you are looking to make money. So that is how much money you can make. And I have one last special gift for you. Okay, so I have a special surprise for you. Like I said, one of my students has done so well with Turo and he is now coaching on it, and he and I have created a full course on Turo. We've been on Turo for more than a year. We've really mastered this thing. We're really making money with it, and we really want to teach you at a really inexpensive price because there is so much opportunity and such a great business for people. Go to 𝗓𝗡fortunes.com and check out my new course and get it at a very affordable price and get a full training on Turo, how to start your business, how to launch this business, how to get the credit. We even teach you how to get business credit so you don't even have to put cars in your name. You literally can put cars in your business name the same way that Noelle does. Yes, Porsches, Range Rovers, Teslas, all of that in your business's name. We will teach you that. Go to cie-fortunes.com. This is an amazing course. I just want to make sure that you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. This is Noelle, to your success.